8:22, we're back here on BT talking tree health and safety, taking a look at a real-life scenario in Burnaby last week, dealing with trees coming down. So Darren Silcox is here, a master arborist, to give us the tips of what to look out for. Yeah. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
How common this fall have you seen visuals like we just saw?
Well, it is the season. I mean, we're getting a lot of storms this time of year. We get the winds. It's still late fall, early winter, where trees still have leaves on them. So under that amount of weight and canopy, with a wind, trees will fail. Fortunately, in this case, no one was injured. There was no real serious damage, but yeah, we'll get 3 or 4 calls a year right about now.
So we wanted to bring you in and go through some examples, because if you're waking up, you have a tree on your lot and you want to know how safe is it, here are some examples. And we're going to start with the cypress tree. What are we looking for here?
Well, what we're looking for is, people don't look in their backyard. Sometimes they forget they've got a dead tree back there. This is a cypress tree that's just died recently. Ideally, you would get that tree out within the next year, so it's still safe for the climber to get that down. If you're to wait 2-3 years, that tree is going to be completely dead. It's going to be very dangerous to get it down. It's going to cost you thousands of dollars with a crane, so try and eliminate the dead trees as soon as possible.
Okay, conch concerns.
Conchs, yes. If you find something growing out of a tree other than a branch or leaf, you got a problem. Conchs are fungi that are feeding on decayed wood within the tree, and they'll come growing out of the trunk. They're pretty easy to spot. They may be at the base of the tree or the trunk, but if you see them, please call a professional to come in and have a look. That tree could be much more compromised than you think.
And in terms of time that we wait to call for help, you've got some examples of conchs right here. Does it matter coloration of what's appearing, or as soon as you see it, act?
Great question. Once you see it, act, please. You've got a white conch here, so this is a live, healthy conch feeding on decayed wood. Once these conchs have actually dried up and you're seeing it on the stem that's still standing, it's telling you that this conch has nothing left to feed on. So that tree is so badly damaged that there's not even punky wood inside, so it's going to be quite a hazard.
Okay, let's take a look at the root. What if you have a buried root collar?
Root collars. Everyone loves to bury their trees, like to put mulch around trees and get too much onto the collar of the tree. What people don't realize is that a root collar, that flare is actually part of the trunk. So if you're making a moisture situation where water is trapped up against the trunk of the tree or the root flare, it will rot, introduce disease, and the tree will fail at that point. So please make sure you're peeling away the soil away from the root flares, just to ensure that you're not going to kill your tree. Okay,
for some neighborhoods, woodpeckers always an issue. What about woodpecker homes? What are the key signs to look out for?
Key signs with pileated woodpecker, if you're seeing a pileated woodpecker, those little guys with red heads, you know that you're looking at the Grim Reaper of trees. You can see here where those arrows are pointing, it's really kind of hard there, but that's a pileated woodpecker nesting home. They'll actually be about a ½ meter deep inside that tree, but the tree will be completely green, hiding its hazards. So yes, pileated woodpecker holes, damage, major concern. You've probably got a tree that's got to be modified or removed.
And then the chips?
Yeah, that there is what a pileated woodpecker will tear apart a soft tree. It's amazing. It almost looks like it went through a wood chipper, but in fact, this here is what the pileated woodpecker will tear out of that tree at a time.
How do we keep them away?
You don't. They're a fantastic bird. They're doing their job, creating nice nesting homes. They only nest in there once a year. They provide a nice canopy for the next animal to go in there for next year. There's not much you want to do to keep them away. They're part of Mother Nature, so enjoy them.
We don't want to mess with Mother Nature. Now, the Arbsonic setup, you brought the tools of how you do this testing. What are we looking at here?
Well, this is the Arbsonic. Now, there's a lot of tools we use in the industry to detect decay inside of a tree. This is a tomograph. It's an acoustic tomograph. So what we do is we set these sensors up all the way around the tree. We tap on it with a metal hammer, and at times the distance it takes, or the time that it takes to go back and forth from each point, giving us an exact image to make critical decisions on that spot, saying this tree is beyond 70% hollow, it needs to be modified or removed, or hey, it's only 60% hollow, we can maintain and monitor.
And there are only, what, 9 master arborists here in BC?
I'm not too sure the numbers in BC, but when I got certified as a master arborist, probably about 7-8 years ago at the time, there was 3 or 4 in Canada, so I'm sure there's much more now.
Well, you're in good company. So for anybody that has a tree on their lot, what's your overall advice and tip when you're looking at tree health and safety?
If you're looking at something in a tree that you're not comfortable with, or it looks like there's something uncharacteristic, call a professional in. You know, don't try and make that decision. Don't be a weekend warrior trying to cut down a tree yourself. It's too risky. It's risky enough for those that know what they're doing. Don't try and do it yourself.
A lot of great information you just shared. Bartlett.com is the website for you to find out more. Darren, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. And I'll appreciate the woodpeckers, too. Take your advice on that.